Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Monday, July 25th. Hey, I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, and we are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Hey, if you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and you can find my social media connections as well as my email and text message information. That's contactlarry.com if you want to reach me. Also, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. Come on, everybody, hit that like button. Hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify. So please go to Spotify and also subscribe there as well. And you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. A couple of people I want to say hi to already. We got James and Deb, and it looks like Larry and Charles. Thanks so much. I appreciate you guys. Hey, you can comment live during the show, as you know. But if you're commenting from a group and it's not the Money Chat Now fan page, your name may not show up on my dashboard. So please go to the Money Chat Now page and comment there so I can recognize you. Hey, I have a question for you guys. Speaking of that, do you guys know somebody who would really enjoy the show? Maybe the comedic common sense or maybe some good market advice. Please share the show with them by clicking the share button and sharing it directly on their page. Share it in groups as well and help your friends make more money and maybe even laugh in the morning. Money Chat Now, of course, is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing and stock option trading from those who do it every day. A couple of people joining us real quick. We got Peter and Lewis and Mark, and it looks like, is that Gloria? Is that right? And John. Okay. All right. On today's show, of course, we're going to be discussing the recap. We're going to be discussing monkeypox. We're going to be discussing Sesame Place and the Biden variant. Oh, you guys are going to love the segment on the Biden variant. I just can't believe how bananas this world has gone. All right, Friday was kind of an uneventful, but it kind of had like some bad earnings report. If you remember the bad earnings report at Snap the day before, it caused Meta to plunge 13 points. I seriously couldn't resist the stock at this price. Under 170 right before earnings convinced me that it was a buying opportunity. I bought the options with a 170 strike price, and I'm looking for a rebound in the next 2 days. I have a bad feeling about the earnings report coming up at the end of the week, so I intend to sell it as soon as it goes up 5 points. So I'm going to be in and out of this option play really fast. I need it to go up 5 points today or tomorrow, or I may have to hold it over earnings. In an option play, that probably will give me about 30%, so that's not bad for a quick week. Carnival was another option that I picked up. Carnival seems to be ratcheting up. It moves up, then it moves down, then it moves up, then it moves down again. However, each move gets slightly higher. So, of course, if you remember, the billion-dollar stock dilution of about 100 million shares drove down the price on Thursday. And if you recall, they did it to lower their debt. You know, this scamdemic caused all kinds of problems to an industry that was considered a COVID petri dish. The debt kept piling on as the ships were docked in the harbor, unable to sail. This week, we have a plethora of earnings and reports that are going to shock and rock the market. Wait for this week. It's going to be insane. The two largest U.S. companies, Microsoft reports Tuesday and Apple reports Thursday, and Google parent Alphabet releases results also on Tuesday tomorrow. Amazon, of course, reports on Thursday, and Meta, formerly Facebook, if you guys know that, reports on Wednesday. And all in all, there are about a third of the S&P 500 companies are reporting. So this is going to be the heart of earnings week, and it'll be a wild ride. I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. The reports this week are also in abundance as second quarter gross domestic product is expected. You know, I got to tell you, on Thursday we're going to get the gross domestic product report, and this is basically the Fed Reserve number that reflects current inflation. If it comes in hot again, like it has the past several months, the Fed could go to a 100-point basis rate increase. The market is bracing for a 75-point basis increase, but hoping for a 50-point basis increase. The next report due this week will be the second quarter GDP, and it's expected to be negative by many forecasters. And this would mean that we are in the second quarter in a row and 2 negative quarters in a row with confirming declines in data is viewed as a sign of the recession. Personally, I believe it's going to come in low. But as I explained previously, this is a different kind of recession. We won't feel it as much as we did before. We will start to feel it in the next one, which will be about a year from now. Yeah, I'm sure you're starting to cut back and feeling some financial pain, but the real pain isn't here yet. This is just the beginning. The good news last week was that companies continued to surprise on the upside, with 75% of the S&P reporting earnings better than expected. Personally, I believe it's because earnings expectations were too low. I like it when Wall Street does this. And when I'm aware of it, that is. I did predict this a few weeks ago. I said the earnings would be lower, would be higher because they were predicting them to be lower. You know what I mean? All right. This earnings week could be very powerful with the companies I mentioned earlier reporting. If Wall Street has lowered expectations, then the market might be pleasantly surprised. I have a feeling that Meta is in big trouble, but we'll see. Tomorrow, we'll also get a glimpse into the housing market when new home sales and new home prices reports are released. This is going to be bad. I'm seriously seeing signs of the housing market cracking. On the other hand, as a real estate investor, I am waiting for the bargains. Of course, Wednesday will be the pending home sale, and that will solidify my fears. I remember 2008 when it happened really quickly, but it also happened in slow motion. It was like a car accident when in a second the two cars collided, but the passengers in the cars seemed to watch it all in slow motion. That's what's happening now, and the Fed is going to make it worse by raising rates too fast, as they've been doing. All right, let's take a look at the futures, and let's see what's going to happen, and let's anticipate what's going on. All right, right now we have the Dow up 171, we have the S&P up 24, and we have the NASDAQ up 92. I got to get that S&P down. I know you guys are not happy about that, but I got a spy put. I got to break even on that at least. All right, let's talk about monkeypox. How appropriate is it that the band name The Who wrote these lyrics? We will be fighting in the streets with our children at our feet, and the morals that they worship will be gone. And the men who spurred us on sit in judgment of all the wrong. They decide and the shotgun sings the song. I tip my hat to the new Constitution, take a bow for the new revolution. Smile and grin at the change all around. You know the song We Won't Get Fooled Again. And here we are, folks. The Who, no, not the band this time, the World Health Organization has decided we're not getting enough publicity, so they're trying to fool us again. Monkeypox is upon us, and The Who just declared a global health emergency. The Who reminds me of the weatherman that predicts 2 feet of snow, and instead it rains for about an hour in 40-degree weather. All the schools and buses prepare, and many shut down, but nothing actually happens. Like with the great scamdemic that was supposed to wipe out half the planet, this new prediction of monkeypox is just bananas. The Who actually activated its highest alert level for the growing monkeypox outbreak, declaring the virus a public health emergency of international concern. The rare designation of the highest alert means the Who now believes the outbreak is a significant threat that's enough to create global health problems that will be need to create a coordinated international response to prevent the virus from spreading further and potentially escalating into a pandemic. Yes, a pandemic. Yes, the response instead should be that the Who is silenced and all of their members be put in jail. Unfortunately, the political science that we now follow is running this country and the world. More than 16,000 cases of monkeypox have been reported across 70 countries so far this year. And the number of confirmed infections have risen 77% from late June to early July, according to, of course, WHO data. Oh, and wait for this statement. Men who have sex with men are currently the highest risk of infection. What else do gay men have in common? Oh, most are Democrats. Remember when the WHO said that the black people are more likely to get and die from COVID? Oh, come on now. The song continues. I'll move myself and my family aside if we happen to be left half alive. I'll get all my papers and smile at the sky, for I know that the hypnotized never lie. Funny how monkeypox cases are rising just as the election nears. Are the Democrats afraid that the BA, whatever variant, isn't enough to keep people at home, so they need to create a new panic? Prepare for this one. Soon you're going to be expecting to have to walk around with a banana in your nose. After all, we are live on the radio. I can't say what I wanted to say. I have to watch my vernacular. But I think you know what I was trying to say. Oh, by the way, did you hear that Dr. Fauci is retiring? That will soon bring us to the end of the song. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Let's take a break here, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and I've written a book called Money Hacks. The subtitle to this book is Because Everything You Think You Know About Money is Wrong, and I promise you there are things you think about money that are wrong. There are chapters in this book that I think you will find absolutely fascinating, and some of them are, what is money anyway? Can money buy happiness? I'll bet you don't know the answer to that question. The truth about credit scores, how you can actually use credit cards to rebuild your credit. I also have chapters on being your own bank, how to buy houses with an IRA, and how to invest with other people's money. There are so many other chapters. There are 22 total chapters in this book, and I promise you're going to learn how to make more money and pay less taxes when you buy this book. My name is Larry Steinhouse. The name of the book is Money Hacks. You can get this book wherever fine books are sold, and you can go to barnesandnoble.com right now and pre-order it. I hope that you will enjoy it. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, as you know, my book is actually available now. It is no longer pre-order. You can get it by going to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or anywhere else you buy your fine books, and you can get it right away. All right. By the way, if you're listening on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia, please set a preset to this station and listen every day at 7:30. Also, if you're watching online, please hit that share button so you can help your friends learn how to make more money. Hit that like button. Let me know you enjoy the show. And you can leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and I will try to respond to them. A couple of people saying hi that I haven't said hello to yet. We got Tommy and Dave and Jose and James. And it looks like we got Michael and Mike. And of course, we got Mike it's actually Mike is actually our engineer saying that Ken's doing a good job, and he really is. All right, cool. And of course, my brother Seth is saying hi too. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys. All right, what do we got going on here? So far, of course, we've been discussing what's going on in the market. Right now, the Dow is up 162, the S&P is up 23, and the NASDAQ is up 89. We talked about monkeypox. Bananas. And then coming up, we have Sesame Place and the Biden variant. And of course, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Come on, share it with somebody who you know will love this. Put it right on their wall. Don't forget to leave comments on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube. And of course, if you're listening on WWDB Radio, be sure and set a preset to this station and listen every day at 7:30. Also, look up Money Chat Now on Facebook when you get home and let me know what you think of the show. All right, before we start the second half, don't forget my book, Money Hacks, like I said, is now released. So you can get this book wherever fine books are sold. Order it today, and you'll actually have it in a day or two. And I promise you're going to learn something before you even finish the first chapter. Let's get into the second half. Let's talk about Sesame Place. It appears that no matter who you are or what kind of company you are, you will always be a punching bag for the woke and race-baiting people looking for a quick handout. It appears that Sesame Place, the park themed after Sesame Street, is in trouble with a black family. No. Not because they called them ugly names. No. Not because they accused the black family of stealing or sneaking in on a ride. No. Not because they put the family in the back of a line or anything that, would be really a racist thing. Nope. This mother was filming her children along with her phone when a character in a parade named Rosita, which I haven't watched Sesame Place in a really long time. I don't know who Rosita is. But apparently Rosita, the character, snubbed the child or the children. Oh, you haven't seen the video that went viral? You really need to see this. Look it up. You can actually see the character Rosita move its mouth and say in a whisper, "Oh, look, black children, I'm not going to touch them. No way." No, what you actually see is someone that happens every single day at Sesame Place and other theme parks when a character enters the main street and many, many children want to reach out and hug him or high-five the character. Well, the actor playing the character can't always respond to every child. They sometimes have to wave to them instead. Well, this race-baiting mother either as a hateful or blame the world for our problems because she's a black person, or is simply using this opportunity for a big payday. Oh, it'll be a big payday because instead of calling a spade, Sesame Place has decided to put their tail between their legs and apologize, promising they'll make changes and make sure this never happens again. Never happens again? How will they do that? Will the character have to high-five every single child now? Or better yet, the characters no longer be allowed to interact with the children? Here's the apology given by Sesame Place. We sincerely and wholeheartedly apologize to the Brown family for what they experienced. To be very clear, what the two young girls experienced, what the family experienced, is unacceptable. It happened in our park with our team, and we own that. It's our responsibility to make this better for the children and the family to be better for all families. Way to throw the actor under the bus. This should not have been an apology. It should have been an outrage or an explanation by Sesame Place to let this attempt to manipulate the masses by this bitter parent, to manipulate him into thinking that it had racial motivations. You want to know who I feel the most sorry for? The actor who played the character Rosita in the parade. The parents of the child and the attorney want the actor fired. I don't even know who this actor is. He might be black, or she might be black. He might be something else, right? Male, female, it doesn't matter. But the person who should really be suing is this person, and it's probably a teenager, and they should sue for defamation of character and emotional damages. This actor probably has the most emotional damage of them all. Oh, by the way, I'm going to file a lawsuit against Disney World. I was online once to get a Mickey Mouse autograph, and just as I walked up, I was the next person. Mickey and the security crew walked away. It must be because I'm a Jew. There's no other explanation. It couldn't possibly be that it was time for them to go back into their, wherever they go after their shift. Hey, can somebody get me the number of the attorney this family is using? All right, let's talk about the Biden variant. We all know that the leader of the geriatric home, Joe Biden, has tested positive for COVID. You know, the virus formerly known as the common cold, so that pharmaceutical companies, of course, can make big bucks by calling it something else. You know, COVID, the cause of the great scamdemic and the loss of 2.5 years by citizens all around the world. Anyway, Biden has tested positive for COVID. But check this headline out. I read this headline, and let the bull dinky begin. Let me read it word for word. President Joe Biden likely has BA.5 variant, but COVID-19 symptoms continue to improve, doctor says. That was the headline. Now, I don't know what you just heard as I read that, but let me read the first part again. President Joe Biden likely has BA variant. Wait, they don't even know what variant he has? How is it even possible? If they know all these variants, aren't they testing for them? Do you mean to tell me that the doctors, including the retiring Dr. Frodsky, can't tell us what variant the President of the United States has? The President? You know, the guy who has every doctor in the country available to him with a phone call? He might even have doctors available in other countries who would step up and test him. So how do they not know what variant he has? Oh, maybe because the whole variant thing is a total crock of monkeypox. According to his doctor, his primary symptoms, though less troublesome, now include sore throat, rhinorrhea, I love that word, rhinorrhea, loose cough, and body aches. Oh, I've never had those symptoms before. This was announced by White House physician Kevin O'Connor, who in the past probably would have simply prescribed a shot of scotch and 2 aspirins instead of a dose of Paxlovid or whatever it is. Oh, the irony, the world is not knowing what variant the president has. Let's take a break here, and when we get back, we'll be discussing some plays of the day.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock options sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. Hey, I want to remind you that this show is now open to sponsorship. You know, I've sold hundreds of books to people who listen to watch this show every day, and we have raving fans. And if you'd like to advertise your product in this show, please reach out and let me know. You can reach me for this or just about anything you want to reach me about by going to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and you can make an appointment with me. We could talk, if you'd like, about this, or we could talk about anything you have going on. By the way, we also have the interviews from Interview Tuesdays on a website called Money Chat Now, and you can also find the Money Chat Now breakout stories on Spotify. Just search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and please subscribe to the the Spotify channels. And by the way, just tomorrow we will not be having an interview. We have a couple of things going on that we can't do it, so tomorrow we will not be having an interview, but we'll be getting back to that next week. A couple of people online are commenting, and it's pretty funny. They're all talking about how they won't get fooled again. They want to know if Biden has monkeypox, because monkeypox have the same exact symptoms as a cold, which is the same symptoms as COVID. So maybe BA6 is really monkeypox. Who knows? All right, right now let's talk about the Dow. The Dow is up 152, the S&P is up 21, and the NASDAQ is up 79. As you know, we talked about monkeypox. We talked about Sesame Place. I still don't get that one. I'm telling you, whatever. We talked about the Biden variant and how no one knows what variant the President of the United States has. Amazing. Coming up, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button? Did you guys hit that share button? Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know that it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or in groups that will feel will enjoy the show. By the way, how many people think I'm going to be thrown off YouTube for the Sesame Place thing I just did? All right, have them if you want them, have people like the Money Chat Now fan page so they can get notified of this show every morning. And you can also leave comments on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And also tag some of your friends in the comment section. Come on, tag some of your friends in the comment section. I'm sure they want to know all about what we just talked about. Of course, if you're listening on WWDB Radio, set one of your presets to this channel and listen every day at 7:30 for all you need to know about the politics behind the stock market and for some great entertainment. I'm actually wondering if I'm going to get a phone call from WWDB about what I just talked about. All right, let's talk about what's going on today. It looks like we might have a good day going into massive earnings and economic reports today. Going to be interesting for sure. I mentioned earlier that Meta is a play for me. I like it at this price, but the gamble, of course, is that if you can't get out of it before earnings. So be careful. I think a 170 strike price is a great play for this. It's about $10 right now. It'll probably go to 180 before earnings, but don't look for 180. Look for 175 and get out. Like I said before, I still have a SPY put. I'm waiting for this week to drop. You know, maybe I'll make a little money on the turbulence that this week will have with all these earnings reports and other reports. If I'm thinking ahead, by the way, earnings season will be ending in about 4 weeks. That means most stocks will probably be heading downwards, so be prepared. I still like AT&T. AT&T didn't have a great earnings report last week, but the nice thing about AT&T is it has a really, really nice dividend, and it's a great play for covered call. A couple of people have asked me what the symbol is because they think the symbol is AT&T. It is not AT&T. The symbol is just T, so make sure that you use just the symbol T. You know, I really missed the boat, or I should say missed the plane with Boeing. You know, I lost the stock in a covered call play, and I didn't buy it back. I really should have. That was a great play from 120s to 159 almost. I'll tell you what, it's still a good play. All right, let's take a look and see how the market's doing right now. We can actually see that the Dow is up 144, the S&P is up 20, and the NASDAQ is up 75. So it looks like it might be a decent day. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. Look, it's one of those things where we have to wait it out and see what happens. Let's talk about crypto. So Bitcoin is hovering around 22,000. So you guys know I've said this over and over again. I believe Bitcoin would hit a maximum of 28,000 before it dropped. I actually thought it wasn't going to make it, but it might. So 22,000 right here is a very important point. 22,000 seems to be that point where it seems to get stuck. It might hit 23, it might hit 19, but it seems to reset back to 22. So it has to break through 23, 24 in order for it to really go to 28. And if it doesn't stay up here, it's going to fall back to about 12 or 13. Now, things may happen after that, but those are the most likely predicted places. Ethereum is hovering around 1550. I actually like the Ethereum play better than the Bitcoin play. I'd like to see Ethereum below 1,000, and I might be interested in it. It seemed like it might be a play. Gold and silver. What is going on with gold and silver? I mean, I know the dollar's getting, I can explain why it's happening, but it's not the point. It's like, wow, I want my money back. All right, look, they're disappointing me with gold slightly above 1,700 and silver is about 19. Whew. So my suggestion is buy it. Just buy it. Like I said before, it's not necessarily the greatest play for investment. It's really a play for the zombie apocalypse, so you'll have something lying around if something bad happens. The Treasury bond has also dropped to 2.8%. The nice thing about that is the NASDAQ will probably go up because the Treasury bond dropped to 2.8%. It usually goes up along with that? Apple stock goes up. So when the Treasury bond drops, Apple stock goes up. They seem to work completely inverse. It's actually great. Oil is still about $96 a barrel, and the average gas price is moving down to $4.35. Huh. Interesting, isn't it? I don't know. I don't think this is as much of a conspiracy theory as you think. I really think that they're trying to get that oil down below 4, and when they get it down below 4, they might have a chance. I want to thank all the listeners on WWDB Radio 860 AM in Philadelphia. I want to thank you for your continued support, and if you're enjoying the show, please reach out and let me know. Share it, like it, let me know you like it. It's nice to get a compliment, it's like the applause. So if you guys all hit that like button right now, it's like an applause to me, all right? So if you thought it was good, hit that like button. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now, and I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And don't forget, you can contact me at contactlarry.com. Make it a profitable day.